The first stop that we made was the Goodwill, and I was happy to see that they actually had a 50% off sale on all red tag items. The first thing that I found was this beautiful dress. I loved the cut of it, but not necessarily the pattern. It was only $7.99, and look at that vintage tag. A great first find that definitely gave me hope for the rest of the trip. Next up was this simple black dress with this unique velvet trim. This one was vintage BB, and I actually grabbed this one because I wanted to try it on. Had to take a second to appreciate this vintage tag, but I'm not into lace, so I continued to look through the rest of the skirts until I found this one that was definitely more my style. Love the micro plaid print with the vintage tag, and this skirt was very flowy at the bottom, so had to throw it in the cart to try on. Next, I had a look in the jeans and found these absolute gems from Zayna D. The colorful rhinestone detailing, the frayed hems. This was so Y2K, but just not quite my style, so I ended up putting this back. I also wanted to take a second to appreciate these jeans from the brand Cornish with that super cool kind of like thicker style waistband in more of a mom jean fit. Next, I made it to the change rooms, starting with this faded glory dress that I'd found, and honestly, looking at this clip, I kind of regret not buying this one. It fits really well, and I love the colors. I think I was just really hung up on the fact that the pattern felt more like diamonds than plaid, but seeing it now in this video, I feel like it totally does read as plaid. Next, the plaid skirt. I loved the fit of this and could really imagine myself styling it, but ultimately it was just a tad too big on me, and I just don't think it was worth it to take it in. Then I tried the black dress on, and I feel like this would be the perfect little black dress. I thought it fit really nicely, but I don't know, it wasn't wowing me. I have been on the hunt for the perfect baseball baby tee, but this one just was not it. It was giving Shein, so that was a definite no. On to the next, we decided to hit up the Salvation Army. This place was huge, so it was looking pretty promising. These little wedding heels were really cute and only $3.99. I feel like the prices here were a lot better compared to the Goodwill. Ariana found this purse that matched her outfit, and then I got started in the dresses, which is always my go-to. Found this beautiful blue floral velvet one from the vintage brand Expression, so cute. Then randomly stumbled upon this crazy intricate Christmas sweater. I was tempted to bring this home for only $3.99, but I did end up leaving it behind. This dress was giving Florida in the 90s with this striped skirt and denim upper with the cutest little fish embroidery. Then I ended up in the sweaters and found this super retro looking sweater from the sport brand Spalding. Love the color blocking with the layered collar, and look at the tag. So good. For only $3.99, that was definitely going in my cart. Then as we were checking out, wanted to share this vintage Coca-Cola sweater that my brother found. After those two stores, we definitely worked up an appetite, so we knew exactly where we were heading for lunch. As a Canadian, Raising Cane's was definitely on the top of our list for places we wanted to try, and as a girl who basically only ever orders chicken strips, this was honestly my heaven, and it really did not disappoint. After we fueled up, we made it to our final destination, which was the Hope thrift store. All women's clothing was only $5 or less, so let's just say it was a good day to be a woman. The shoe section was super tiny, but these clogs were super cute. Very on trend, just not totally my style. I thought these denim cargo shorts were so cute, and I love that vintage tag, so that was going in the cart. And then I came across the dress section, which was at the back of the store, where this little denim one was catching my eye, and I don't think I was prepared for what I was about to find. Look at this adorable nautical themed dress. Obsessed with the pockets at the back, and it even had that little like navy style flap. This long sleeve velvet dress was really cute and kind of classy. I loved the little ruffled hem on the skirt. And I ended up finding this super cool Betsy Johnson phone purse, which actually had a fully functioning phone as the handle. I was pretty tempted by this one, but it was $30, and honestly, I don't think I'd end up actually wearing it. These vintage 7-Up bottles, kind of random, but I thought they were really cool. And the only thing I ended up trying on at this store were the cargos, but they were just not fitting how I imagined. So I ended up leaving them behind and we made our way back to Toronto. So I'm back from my trip. It was super fun. That is definitely a bucket list place I can check off of my thrift list because I don't know, I've always had such a fascination with thrifting in Florida. I don't know if it's because I watch a lot of Haley's Corner and Threads Obsessed where they're always thrifting in Florida and they always find such good stuff for such good prices. So maybe I had set my expectations a little bit too high because I feel like it was not as good as I was expecting, but that being said, it was pretty good. I did find a lot of vintage items. The prices were pretty comparable to back home, maybe a little cheaper, but that kind of just evens out with the US dollar. But it was still a good time. Honestly, one of the reasons might be because I didn't really go to any off-brand kind of thrift stores. I went to the Goodwill, I went to Salvation Army, and there were so many other thrift stores in that area. Like, it was kind of insane, but they all closed at like 6 p.m. every day, which is wild. And I was actually working remotely while I was there, so I was definitely not very flexible with my schedule, so I was very limited to the options when it came to the weekend. So yeah, I'll definitely have to keep that in mind next time I'm there. Maybe take a day off just to go thrifting. But like I said, it was still a successful trip because I have a haul for you, a little haul, but it's still a haul. But before we get into the haul, I just wanted to give a quick mention to Brevite, who kindly sent me this incredible bag. This video is not sponsored, but they did gift this to me, and I had actually had my eye on this bag for quite a while. So when they reached out to me, I was so excited. And you might be thinking this just looks like a regular backpack, but their bags are absolutely optimized for organization. They have a spot for your laptop, more compartments than I can count. But my absolute fave feature of this backpack is this front panel here. So if I just go ahead and open it up, it actually opens up directly to the interior of the bag. And it comes with all of these dividers that you can totally customize into little compartments in here. This is honestly the perfect bag for any creative person who has a ton of gear, or just somebody like me who had to bring their entire remote setup with them while traveling. And it was just really nice knowing that all my stuff was organized and protected, because this bag has the perfect amount of padding to protect your camera, your laptop, everything. So if you're looking for the perfect traveling carry-on bag, this is definitely it. I would honestly highly recommend it, and this is the only backpack I will be traveling with from now on. Thank you so much, Brevite, for sending this to me. I absolutely love it. I'll of course leave my personal link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. So as promised, we are gonna get into the haul, and I hope you guys aren't too disappointed, but I only ended up getting one thing. I don't know, I've just been very, very picky with my finds lately, and I think I anticipated finding a lot more better things on my trip, which is kind of why I kind of held back at the first couple stores. Because yeah, there is a couple things that I kind of regret buying, but I will show you what I did end up getting. And it is, of course, this vintage sweatshirt. This is just this super cool navy blue and heather gray color blocked sweater. This is from the brand Spalding, so it just has that spell out logo on the front there, and I just thought this sweater was so cool. I love the colors, very me. The layered collar is definitely very special, and I'm pretty sure Spalding, I know it's a sport brand, I'm pretty sure it's like specifically a basketball brand. And doesn't this sweater kind of resemble a basketball with like the way the stripes go? I don't know, I think that's just kind of fun. It has the coolest retro tag, which is like obviously one of the main reasons I get things sometimes. And this one was actually only $3.99. Convert that to Canadian, and I think it was like a little over $5. So honestly, really good price. I feel like at home this would be like $15 for sure. As much as I definitely don't need any more sweaters in my wardrobe, this one was just way too cool to pass up. It's also incredibly soft on the inside, like especially for a vintage sweater, like it feels very brand new. It's not made in USA, so I'm thinking this is more from the 90s, maybe even early 2000s, but either way, super cool find, and I already wore it so much while I was in Florida. Actually, it was a lot chillier than I was expecting there, and I didn't really bring that many sweaters, so this was definitely my go-to on the trip, and is definitely going to be a go-to in my wardrobe now. So yeah, this ended up being the perfect little souvenir for this trip. So that is all I ended up picking up. I honestly, the two things that are really standing out to me that I wish I got were that plaid dress from the first store and that little black with the velvet top mini dress from the first Goodwill. And honestly, that long sleeve velvet one too. I didn't even end up trying that one on because honestly I kind of got lazy and tired, but I feel like that one could have been really cute. But otherwise, that is everything I thrifted in Florida. If any of you guys are from Florida or have just thrifted there before, let me know your recommendations for any thrift stores, especially those like more off-brand ones. I feel like that is where the real gems are. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.